spiders, birds, people, houses. 8 slippers for the feet of the spider that will walk the sun. 7 toe holes for the mountain climber with the frosted nerves. 6 barn windows for the owl to fly through. And a nest of woven heather in the banshee rafters. 5 hearts beating in perfect rhythm, long enough to melt the frozen stars. 4 lovely castaways, rescued by swans, gliding in charmed swarm on the mirror of all hearts. Behold, 3 pale horses with only 2 eyes. One is blind, the others are cyclopean. So, and then some of the things, you know, the words like belief, the words like believe, and the words like faith, and all these other kind of words, they go into the mix, you know, and so this is called From Our Belief, and it's in prose. In belief, we try to make room for our inner denizens. Are they pacified by the food we offer? Can we believe what they tell us from our belief? They whistle strangely in the night. They leap and clap their hands secretly in the dark. A black seal surfaces out of white foam off a coast where it is always night. The insiders see this. They speak of it in riddles and silence. Their hairy fingers stroke the emeralds about their necks as if they were flesh of their flesh. Their bodies, silhouetted by the lantern wick of millions, are clotted with anthems. I place myself inside them all, even as they are inside me, and arrange my dynamite, my syllables, my hexagons, my pyramids into a worldly mosaic, into an aurora borealis. And this is called one more ancient belief. O believer in the attic, sustained in static, your ghost boasts with blood from the net bolts of Project Frankenstein. And once you were looking for the fountain of eternal youth, and you undid those bolts and waited for the waters of life to pour through, but your tongue hung in the air and stayed thirsty. But veiled space drew back from all the poison wishes and bowed to an aim supreme. And it's like ever since everything ceased to be one, we have continued to be challenged by the problematicness of time and space being what they are. And so, you know, we try to grapple with that. Now, so I was thinking about the snakes, and, you know, thinking about the poisonous snakes, and I was thinking about, there's the poison aspect, and then there's also like the infection aspect, the gangrene aspect, and all of that. And so this poem touches on some of that, and then it also touches on the fact that the only there's the snake dancers, the Pentecostal snake dancers, and then there are the Hopi, who are also snake dancers, you know, who dance with snakes. And those are the only 2 snake dancers that I know of. So, in a certain sense, you know, American Pentecostal fundamentalism and Hopi mythological ceremonialism have a certain kind of potent connection. So, and also I was thinking how, you know, the snake, of course, is a perfect circle of sorts. Snakes, and also the snake who wishes to be a human in its next incarnation will meditate constantly with that intention in mind until its venom becomes a jewel in the back of its mouth. And, you know, it's been known to happen. Snakes, on some level of being. Snakes, mouth of fangs and filth, curling in upon their own ends and means, united in circles past, the spirals time and space make. Shiva's heartbeat calms them, so they drape themselves around his neck in ornamental festoons, tranquil and scaly. Pentecostal dancers hold them in their hands, entranced across primeval tightropes, from cave to cave, over gorges of the oldest emotions. And as for the one snake, furtive in dust, between ant hills whose trail is a changeable script. The intention of its inner sun crystallizes its venom to diamonds. So, but now I want to tell you, Jerry did his Holy Lost Cow Blues, and I have a couple of minutes at least, right? Wherever he is, I know I do. So I was thinking, these desert religions, I love the desert religions, the three monotheistic religions. And I am fascinated with the way that, the energies of hunting, the energies of shepherding, the subtle lore of shepherding. And of course, connected to it, the lore around sacrifice, and the taking of life in order to eat, and this inescapable thing that we have to, flesh must feed on flesh. And so this is a poem called, if it's not too blasphemous, Spherical Shepherdry. Abraham was told to go forth, and so Abraham went forth. Abraham was told to sacrifice his son, so Abraham and his son Isaac climbed that mountain. Isaac laid down upon the slab. Abraham lifted his knife, and just before he brought it down, he looked up, and he saw a ram with its spiral horns tangled in the trees, and this became the substitute sacrifice. And so this kind of takes off of that. Spherical shepherdry. Heave them into soft volts on the sun. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's baby goats going to be slaughtered. Germs of no drover, no double pitchfork. Inarticulation of the face of Jesus in the candle flame of change shows more than one side, poisoned by the milk of magnetic effulgence, having eaten one's weight in black and white butterflies, more than many times over, cobble-footed on the road toward a golden thistle. Hey, grown-up anchor consciousness, fraught continuum of these elephantine years, am I your hex, yielding like a hornet's drone to the thunder round a pointed spiral stick, scratching signals in an earth salt of plowed moonlight, burgeoning, urgency always wakeful, in myriad coalescences of ox-churned fleshly soil. Not on the mirrors of your tongue shall I see store-bought seraphim, nor on wishful filaments to see more lips moving, but the way those voices move, to see more uses of the word hallelujah, to open up the clay of deafness, the disguise of the calf-blood universe and all its vintages, and its sprayed display of purple rags, hypnotizing tribal philosophers, to breathe in time to leaves of trees, calling it music, in tune with the wish that it might actually be that, the skin of our fur, and the animal wish to be all of ourselves, all at once. So it's like this thing called the spirit yearns to have sense materiality, and at the intersection of its yearning, it begins to be clothed with, be it reptile scales or fur or skin or warmth or heat, and at that point, it becomes the soul which mediates between the spirit and the material things that bounce back when we bounce against them. So the problematicness of time and space is the theme of language and its multiple mirrors. So that is all I have to say.